You're watching Fox 45 Morning News. All local, all morning.
Coming up, finances and football. Yeah, how one expert says we can use sports to prepare us for retirement. You're watching Fox 45 Morning News Weekends. Saving for retirement seems complicated, but one expert says think of it like a football game. And we all get football, right? Kyle Winkfield, managing partner at OWRS, is here to explain. Okay, Kyle, so you got to break it down for us. I never thought to parallel my finances with football and thinking that the game of football will help me in my finance area. So explain to us how that all works.
Okay, Amber, in football, everyone knows that defense wins games, right? So when I'm thinking of Baltimore, I'm thinking one of the greatest defenders of all time is Ray Lewis. So I always ask, do you have a Ray Lewis style defense in your retirement portfolio? Because to win at the retirement game, you got to play great defense.
Okay, so great defense is first and foremost. So what is next? How else can we compare the two? And how can football help?
Okay, so in football, you got to make touchdowns, right?
Absolutely. If you want to win.
If you want to win,
exactly.
Right? So the first thing about making touchdowns in football is you got to make consistent first downs. So the offense has got to drive down the field. So when you parallel that to retirement savings, saving consistently is like making those first downs in your retirement portfolio. And then you get down to the critical area and hopefully you're making touchdowns, right? But just because you get down to the end zone or you get 3 yards before it doesn't mean you're necessarily making touchdowns. I'm from Washington, so we have a team out there that seems to get down there and then they can't convert, right?
I have nothing to say about that. Right. I'm going to be kind to you this morning.
Yeah, no.
Go ahead.
Right, so, but that's great. I mean, you might be able to make touchdowns and that might allow you to win the game, but just because you win a couple of games doesn't mean you're going to the Super Bowl, right?
Absolutely.
The key to that is actually having great coaching. Okay, so you need to hire a great coach. So when you're thinking about financial professionals, hiring a great coach, you may want to think about hiring someone who focuses specifically on retirement income planning, because there's a lot of specialists out there, just like in football. You got an offensive specialist, you got a defensive specialist, but you want to make sure you find someone who's focused on retirement income planning, because the goal of retirement is to not only win the football games, but to get to the Super Bowl, and not only get to the Super Bowl, but you want to win it, right? And you also want to be holding the Lombardi Trophy, and you want to be the MVP. So I think being the MVP means that you retire with lifestyle security, and you have plenty of comfort and confidence about what you're doing, and great coaching can do that.
And I believe, Kyle, for this, you have to have perhaps a change of mindset. I mean, because we have these steps. We saw it on the screen. It was all laid out. But you have to have a certain mindset to actually achieve this. So what is your advice for people to really go for it and do what needs to be done to be ready?
That's a great question and a great point you brought up in terms of mindset, because so many of us are focused on accumulating a big pile of money, and that's a start, but the key is how do I convert this pile of money to an income stream that gives me my lifestyle? Because if you think about it, retirement's a lifestyle that you've earned or adjusted to because of an income stream. I mean, every financial decision you typically make is because of the income coming in, and so think of it that way. If you can convert, so the mindset's got to go from pile of assets to pile of paychecks and generating an income stream. And that's a Super Bowl win for your retirement.
All right, very good. Thank you so much, Kyle. We truly appreciate it, as always. And of course, if you want a recap of everything we just discussed, you need to go over everything and see how you're matching up. You can go to our website, foxbaltimore.com/newslinks.